What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Mind of the Madman. This is Ruben, aka the Madman, coming at you again with a special video. I know I promised in my last video that I did with Sandpit Turtle that my next video would be about the most useless characters in anime, but I have to put that one back a little bit because this one I just couldn't wait to do, considering timing is an issue with this one. We just got confirmation this week that one of the big three, the number two of the big three, is coming to a close. That's right, Bleach the manga is ending in 2 chapters. We've already closed one of the big three with Naruto ending at 700 last year, and now we're looking at Bleach ending within the next 2 weeks at 687 chapters. We just got 685 today, and it was basically confirmed earlier this week that we only get 2 more chapters after this. So it's an end of an era once again. It's probably the same thing at the end of Naruto. Everyone was freaking out like, oh my goodness, the end of another of the big manga. So, of course, I'm a big Bleach fan, as I mentioned in previous videos, and coming up now we have the end of my series, so I'm a little disappointed. But I just want to make a quick video talking about what we hope to see in the next 2 chapters, which will be the last 2 chapters. Just speculation here, why they're ending it so quickly. We're in the middle of the final arc, the final battle between Ichigo, Aizen, and Yuha Bak, if you haven't been keeping up. We just got to the end where Uryu makes his appearance in the final battle and helps Ichigo out with one big attack that supposedly will land Yuha powerless and cause Ichigo to win the fight. I'm a little disappointed in how fast they're rushing the series. My main guess is they're ending the series this quickly is one, either Weekly Shonen Jump has been losing too much money or not making enough money and popularity wise to keep the manga going, or another guess, pure speculation because there's nothing out there that says this is the case, but it could be the fact that Kubo is selling the series to someone else the same way Naruto was picked up by someone else after it ended for a spin-off sequel series. We may see something later down the line with a Bleach pickup with something different after the end of the final battle. Maybe more about the story, more about the characters, or maybe it just could be ending. We have no idea yet. But as of right now, we know for a fact that the Bleach as we know it, done by Chisei Kubo, will be done in 2 chapters. So this video is just a quick one to say at least 3 things we hope to have confirmed and or at least touched upon in the last 2 chapters. My guess is the next chapter will be a closing moment to the battle between Yuha and Ichigo, and the final chapter will probably be like a recap chapter, just touching on all the characters, seeing who's alive, who's dead, mourning the dead, seeing what happened with Ichigo next, watching him walk off into the sunset with whoever his love interest will be, more than likely Orihime, who knows, but that's probably what we're going to see in the last chapter. So next chapter will probably be the last real story chapter we get any real information about with the characters. So here's hoping what I want to see coming up. If you read the last chapter, hopefully you did before you watch this video, because this will be a little bit of a spoiler. 685, Ichigo, at the beginning of the chapter, thought that they'd finished Yuha with Aizen's attack, making him think he was attacking Ichigo, but in actuality he was attacking Aizen. Ichigo walked up behind him with his fully released Bankai, or so we thought, stabbed him through the chest and gets a Tensho right through the heart, hopefully killing him. But of course, Yuha's on a god level type power, so that didn't work out the way they expected to, and Yuha strikes back, taking down Aizen. As far as we know, Renji's still somewhere around, but we haven't seen him in 2 chapters, except for what we think was from Kyoka Suigetsu from Aizen, making Yuha think he had struck him down as well. But I highly doubt he'll be involved in the actual final attack, considering he's more of a supporting character and this is Ichigo's story. So we have to see how Ichigo finishes the battle. End of the chapter goes with Uryu using the silver arrow created by, actually from Yuha's Ashwaulen. When the Ashwaulen is used, it creates a silver blood clot inside the heart, apparently inside the sternum. And Uryu's father made an arrow tip out of it, and Uryu shot Yuha with it. This apparently renders Yuha's powers useless just for a moment, and Ichigo would attack at this point. In the last few frames of this last chapter, we see that Ichigo attacks with his Bankai, and Yuha blocks it, and the outer white, I guess you could say metal or blade portion of the Bankai shatters. We think at this point, of course, oh wow, Ichigo's Bankai is broken again 4 times in one battle, but we'll see that In actuality, the white exterior was just housing the original shape of Zangetsu. And so in his Shikai form, Ichigo slashes through Yuha's body, supposedly maybe killing him. We'll see, maybe, possible, who knows. This does go back to my theory that we did not see Ichigo's true Bankai yet, because why would his Shikai, the original Shikai before its reforging by the Zero Squad, be housed inside of this new Bankai? You would think there'd be something more to it. Not to mention we never saw any new abilities, new powers from the fully awakened Tenza Zangetsu, as we did in the beginning with increasing Ichigo's speed and power. So hopefully we'll see something new in the next chapter. But just to do a quick overview of the 3 things I hope we see in the next chapter, which will probably be the last chapter of actual battle in the series. 1, if we have not seen Ichigo's real Bankai, we want to see what it does. It has to be something more than just speed of the Tenza Zangetsu, because it was reforged in its true form by the Zero Squad, so there has to be something more to it than just a new shape. All he's done so far is Getsuga Tensho. Actually, in his Shikai, he did more powerful and more surprising attacks like Grand Rai Seto Getsuga Tensho. We haven't seen anything from his Bankai yet, so hopefully we'll see something better from that. Part 2, I would like to see maybe something with Misaki Kurosaki, in other words, Ichigo's mother. Something involving her, maybe a quick flashback, something Ichigo's mind and her heart, something has to do with breaking Yuha's powers momentarily. She's been such an integral part of this arc, which what gave Ichigo his Quincy powers in the first place. Some kind of touch on why she was so important in the beginning, and why Ichigo is so special that he can have Quincy, Hollow, and Shinigami powers all in one body. So I'd like to see something touched on her. Finally, and the last thing I would like to see is something relating to what Yuha's main goal was as to why the Quincy's and the Shinigami were enemies in the first place. This would be rushed in a small chapter, of course, but at least a few words speaking about why the Quincy's and the Shinigamis were enemies. It kind of doesn't make sense that they were just enemies because they're enemies. There has to be more to it than that. Yes, the Shinigami we know in the original incarnation of the Gotei 13 were more mercenaries than they were an actual organization. And, you know, they didn't like the Quincy's for whatever reason. I'd like to know why. What started this whole thing going? What was the main purpose of the 1,000-Year War? There has to be some reason behind it, and we'd love to see it before the series comes to a close. If we don't see it, it's basically just, hey, this is just some random enemy that shows up and wants to kill everybody, so let's stop him. Give us a little bit more story, Kubo, so we can at least see what this all was leading up to and why it started in the first place. So those are 3 things I hope we see in the next chapter. This is just a quick video I'm actually recording on my phone as I sit outside, because my thoughts were wrapped around it as I finished the last chapter. We just got the release in the US of the scanlated version 685. This released in Japan, I believe, 2 days ago. So we should have 2 more chapters to look forward to. Once again, I'm very disappointed because this is one of my favorite series I've ever read and watched. So hopefully we'll be seeing something, at least a mediocre closing to the series, so we can walk away without a sour taste in our mouth. But until next time, I'll probably do another video after we get these next 2 chapters about the ending of Bleach, because it's a big series to me, and we'll talk about it a little more then. If you have any thoughts what you want to see in the next 2 chapters of Bleach, or will be the last 2 chapters of Bleach, leave a comment in the comment section below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. It's been Mind of a Madman. Peace.